Morning, guys. It's about 10 o'clock. We're just kind of starting to get moving. We have a bout of strep throat and influenza running through our house, so everyone's moving a little slow. But I want to show you guys. I fed the goats already this morning, but I'm going to kind of walk through the process with you and show you what I did. So this is what we use to feed them. This is our Do More Goat Kid Milk Replacer. And this is good for ages 2 days to 45 days. Our goats are about 2.5 weeks old. So we've also started introducing a little bit of the Do More sweet feed for them. And they'll eat it, but they're still obviously babies and they want their milk. I'm going to head outside and I will introduce you guys to the goats since I haven't done it yet. And I've taken the advice of some of our subscribers and viewers, and I'm trying to keep the camera wide angled so you're not so close to my face and you can see more. So I'm going to give you a pan around here to kind of see what's going on. I will come out and I will introduce you to our baby goats. Their names are Sugar and Spice. Obviously the doe is Sugar and the buck is Spice. Spice is very cuddly and friendly, but he likes to eat everything from shoelaces to clothes to chairs. I'm going to set my coffee down. I have coffee this morning. Okay, and I will show you our babies. So, this one right here being a noisy bean is Spice with the green collar. Hi, Spice. He's my snuggly little goat. And back there behind him is Sugar. And I'll show you their pen. So we have here an old toolbox that we turned into a shelter. We put hay in. We have a cabinet that they actually prefer to sleep in. I think maybe because they get closer and get a little warmer. I just gave them their milk. I mix it in a bottle. They won't drink it out of the bottle though. They actually just drink it out of little Tupperware dishes that we put in. And even if I put 2 Tupperware dishes in, they stick their heads in the same one. They are very funny. They spill their milk a lot. Their faces get covered. The buck especially likes to put his entire face in there to the point where he's sneezing milk out. It's kind of hilarious. So I'll give you one more view of these cuties. Hi, guys. Who are the sweetest little goats I ever did see? Good morning. I'm going to walk you guys around a bit. I want to tell you that the other day we had 4 or 5 deer actually out in the back part of our yard. I got lucky enough to get pretty close. They let me walk up to them. I was within 10 feet of them easily before they moved. They came up in this part of our yard after I came in, and they bedded down over here. And so I think they're living in our woods, which is really cool. And I think we're actually going to put some kind of a feeder out here for them. We are getting ready to move the chickens out this week. The coop just has to be painted, but you know, it's mid-April in Michigan. It's still cold and snowing, and so we want to wait until it's warm enough for the paint to stick. And then we're bringing them out, and I'm excited for that because they're getting big and they're stinky. They need to be out of my house. The rabbits' hutch is going to go up too, and they're going to come out. We just ordered a shed that we're going to put on the back of the garage for the goats as they get bigger. This has been a great temporary spot for them, but we need something where they're going to have a little more warmth, and we're going to fence a run in. This is supposed to be our garden area, but again, it's, you know, almost middle of April, and it's still snowing here pretty regularly in Michigan, so it's going to take us some time to get our garden started this year. We're going to go a little slower. We have a family member who's been nice enough to start some seeds for us in her greenhouse this year, knowing we had just moved and had a lot on our plates. So she's going to be giving us some stuff to transplant into our garden, which is amazing. So the shed's going to go right in this area, right here. And then we're going to put some high fencing up and build a run around it for them. We have discussed that the shed could be used if we decide to do the meat rabbits as well. My husband is pretty convinced that that's a good idea. I agree with him completely. I think I'm having trouble with the idea of raising animals to eat them, but I know in reality it's better. And I think it's a good lesson for the kids too, to be more attached to where their food is coming from. So we're going to probably pursue that. And then the goats will hopefully eventually provide milk for us, and we can make soaps and things like that. I've been looking at recipes now. Actually, with the sickness in our house, I've been blending a lot of things myself. I'm not brand loyal to any one essential oil. I use them all. But I've been making things from, I made eardrops to just like a homemade Vicks the other day. I use a lot of things to make natural remedies for our family. The eardrops work really, really well, actually. And so I will put together a post on some of the things that I make at home. I just ordered our supplies that we use to make our homemade laundry soap. I use white vinegar with some stuff for a homemade fabric softener because it's just more affordable and it's natural. Some of the smells of conventional products anymore give me really bad headaches and make me not feel so well, so I'm trying to cut back on that. The hard part is with my business, I use a lot of conventional cleaning materials, and that's kind of a hard one to get away from because the products that are more natural are so expensive. So I've tried once before, and I may try again branching out our business and actually making a line of natural cleaning products, and maybe I'll just start using those if our clients are okay with it. I just think that my skin and stuff is having a hard time with some of the conventional products. And I'll continue to use them for work if that's what my clients want. But if I could offer them something that's better for them and better for me, I think that would be a great way to branch out our business as well. We are in the process of talking with people about possibly taking in an exchange student for a short term or possibly a long term. You can do anywhere usually from 6 weeks to a year. So we're looking into that. I think it would be such a great experience for the girls to have somebody in our home who spoke another language, who maybe has some skills that we don't have. And maybe we could just have like a resource exchange of skills where we could teach them things that we do and they could teach us things from their country and, you know, the different foods and just the experience in itself I think would be wonderful. Not to mention, if it would be a helpful way for us to supplement some income, that would be great as well. Not every program does that, and that's not a requirement for us to do it, but I have looked into a few things where we would get a stipend for having an exchange student in our home, and we have an extra bedroom, so I think it would work out really well, and I think it would just be such a great process. We're in a great school district here with lots of international families, so I think that would make it even better for an exchange student, because obviously we wouldn't be able to homeschool them, but we are in a good district with a lot of international students. We actually have something that I believe is turning into a world school, an international school. So I would be so thrilled to have somebody in our home who has so many different experiences and could really be a great part of educating our girls. But I'll keep you guys posted on all that, and I'll keep you posted on the goats. Take care. Bye.